Alright, hi and welcome to another edition of Gearbox Garage. Today I'm working on my TJ and the issue is the horn button. If everything's powered up, the horn is going off and it goes off non-stop. This is somewhat of a common issue, and there's a couple of things that can be the culprit, and you got to kind of figure out what's happening. First, you need to understand the basics of a horn. You have the horn, it's fed hot, and somewhere you are supplying ground, which makes the horn go off. So in this airbag setup that's off of the Jeep TJ Wrangler, you've got this airbag component, and then this is the horn button. Now, I had found this item, which is off of a Grand Cherokee, and I thought they were going to might be the same, but they're not. But I can still test the two and see what I'm getting, because right now when I disconnect the ground, which is this wire here, both of these wires are for the horn button, as you can see this one and this one here. So it's basically, this is the ground and this is connecting and it goes through. So when you connect that, the horn goes off. So you either have something to do in the wiring or the relay. Most of the time when the relay goes bad, you lose a horn, and no matter how much you hit on it, it doesn't operate. You could have a hot wire and a ground somewhere that might be melted, creating an issue. So you have the wiring in the relay, which can operate it nonstop, or most of the time not at all. Then you have the clock spring, which basically allows you to turn the steering wheel and still have continuity through the wiring and everything, no matter where you turn the wheel. When they go bad, you can have the same scenario where it could be all the time running the horn or not working at all. Usually you'll get other indications on the dash with issue with the clock spring setup. So what I did was I basically undid this undid this wire here, and then I could test, like I'm going to do here, with continuity. So basically, this meter's a cheap one, but if you'll watch the readout, when you have continuity, the reading will actually change. If there is no continuity, it'll stay. So in this scenario, I'm basically hooked up and I get nothing. But when I push on the bottom, you can see that this horn button is actually working the way it's supposed to. So in this scenario, however this button is designed, it's working. Now this one will be a little different. We're going to hook this to there and this here, and you'll see as soon as I connect it, I've got a signal. So that means the horn button basically is on all the time, and it's not the clock spring, and it's not the relay or the wiring. Basically it's no different than you're doing this all day, all continuously. So I figured this out the other day, and so I took it apart, and it's a round button instead of this oblong one. And I looked on the YouTube for other videos, and I only saw one, but he basically had already taken it all apart, fixed whatever the issue was, put it back together, and just said, "This is what I did." Well, that doesn't really, for me at least, it doesn't tell me enough. He did mention that these little tabs right here are basically heated up, and they're kind of, once this plastic piece goes over it, they heat it up and make it bigger so the plastic piece can't come off. But you can see, if I wiggle this piece, come on, you can see that assembly that's underneath that lens is kind of floating around. So I was going to take this one apart and see what's happening, but I think I'm going to take this one apart, and because that one works, this one doesn't work, and I can put this one basically back together, and this one obviously has an issue, so I'll fix this one. But the other issue is I can't find just this horn button, and this I assume that this blows out when the airbag goes off, so this should be a replaceable part, but I have yet to find it or the TJ horn item here. So I'm going to continue to look, but at this point in time, since this one's damaged, I'm going to take it apart and figure out what the heck, how it works, and what if something that I could physically do or not. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this apart and we'll be back. All right, of course, it's not going to be that easy. This stud is spinning, so I'm going to have to take it apart. I figured since it's going to be a pain, I'll go ahead and show you what I'm doing. You have some nuts back here that will hold on this little plate, and then you're supposed to take this the same way off, but of course that ain't going to come off because that bolt's spinning. So you can kind of just lift that up, and then once you get that up, these three sides have you just got to roll that back like so to get it to pop off that edge. Just take your time and do a little bit at a time there. And like that, and then this will come up and out. Like so. And if I could possibly get down in there to the bottom of that to get that piece out, but we're going to set that aside for now. So this is the TJ version versus that other version. And now you can still see that, you know, it's rattling around in there, but it has all those connections. So what we'll do is real quick make sure we still have an issue before we go too much farther. And we still do. So it's those contact pieces in there are still making contact. So I'm not exactly certain what's the best way, but it looks like these are just little plastic tabs, and then they heat up the edge with something hot, so it just kind of doesn't fit over, or it'll come off. So have to give me a minute. All right, well, that was a little bit more of a pain than I anticipated. On these, what I kind of did was, you've got to take a nice sharp razor blade, trim off any of the extra plastic, and then come right down on the side here and just kind of push that down, because it looks like there's a little tab that runs up underneath there, and then it's all melted. So you got to cut kind of both sides so that this will pop off. Here you can kind of see a little bit of a tab that they have, and then lift that up so that I can pull this out. And this is your horn button, and you can see that basically you got one side here and one side here. And even when I test it with it out, where there's nothing pushing on it, you can still see that the button is shorted. So this is the issue. I just got to figure out if that's a way I can tear it apart and figure out what's inside, because the other video I saw, he said he did something, but he didn't really, I don't know, because I would see this as this layer, and maybe the silicone, so it's 3 layers, and the outer 2 layers are like that, and then when you hit the button, you're basically connected in that aspect. Alright, so I knew about how this was designed. I wasn't sure how they did everything, so I basically took the scissors and just cut off a little edge there, and it was so that I could see the 2 seams, and then I took a razor blade and gently stuck down inside there like that, and then I just took something and stuck in there, and what I noticed was these 2 sides were stuck together. So basically when I did that, I could hear it peeling apart, and so I basically gently made sure that it's not hooked up, and then I tested it, and now it's technically working, and when you flex it, it'll activate. So I don't know if just age in the thing kind of got stuck together, or if I might end up needing to put something in there to kind of keep it apart, and then when you push on it, it'll work. I'm going to put it back together and test it just with the horn to see if that actually will do anything. So let's do that now. might be more of a pain to put it back together and take back apart kind of a thing. I don't know if it'll snap back nice and easy. Some of them are. Some of them aren't. There. Alright, so basically we got this back together. Alright, so then we go ahead and hook this back up. And hopefully we'll get this thing, it's not, so that's good so far. Look at there. So that looks like it might work. If not, at least I know how it's designed, and I can maybe find a replacement one of these, or I might have to go back in there. And I was thinking of getting some type of a, maybe like a blue cloth or something I could slide in there, and so that it'll create a barrier, but not, a full piece, just a piece over on one edge, so that when you push down on it, it'll still activate. But being the fact they were stuck together, this, just pulling that apart and putting that back together might be all that it needs. So at this point, we're gonna put it back together and put it in the vehicle and see what we got. All right, I just hooked it up and it didn't work. And I realized I had taken the relay out. So once I put the heat relay back on and put the battery back together, looks like it works great. That I don't know long term, or if it's a serviceable part or anything like that. But right now, it's back up and running. Hope you enjoyed.